To the lingering fuel scarcity crisis, Nigerians are eagerly anticipating the release of petrol from the $20 billion Dangote Petroleum Refinery as Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, announced plans to lift the products from the refinery on September 15th. NNPCL, however, emphasized that petrol prices will be determined by foreign exchange rate and market forces due to the deregulated nature of the market. While assuring the public of significant petrol supply boost this weekend, with vessels already offloading, the federal government ruled out any plans to fix the price of premium motor spirit PMS. NNPCL notes that foreign exchange challenges have been a major factor driving petrol price fluctuations, which are now regulated by free market dynamics under the Petroleum Industry Act. And to unpack this, we're joined by Energy Consultant, and that's Seun Dania. Good afternoon. Glad to have you join me on the news.
Hi, good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right. I'll kick off by asking what your impression is of this lingering fuel crisis in Nigeria.
It's very sad, it's very deeply concerning, especially putting into consideration the fact that we're now getting a lot of news that the NNPC is broke, knowing fully well that, fuel subsidy is sort of like has still been paid, and and the president had announced over a year ago that they will put an end to fuel subsidy due to the fact that they did not even have any money for it. It wasn't budgeted for. It's really concerning, and for Nigeria as a country that has crude oil in excess, and we should be able to sustain ourselves, provide our domestic fuel demands, and our dependence on imports. This is the point where we need to draw the line. Nigeria shouldn't suffer for a product that we have in abundance, and just due to lack of administrative efficiency, that we are not able to refine our products locally and meet our local demands. It's really saddening, but I know that the government needs to get themselves together.
Well, just to follow your train of thought, I mean, Nigeria, of all the 54 African countries, is the largest producer of crude oil. But ironically, we export this crude and then import petrol. What can we do to ensure that we refine our own crude here and make it sustainable?
It's not rocket science. Everybody knows that the solutions to this is local refining. And sad enough, we've been fixing refineries for God knows how long. I believe that if I go to sort of like advise the government, what it will be is we have a lot of private players within the industry that are willing to invest in infrastructure, invest in refineries, like we've seen the Dangote Group and several others. The government needs to give them a lot of incentives, because it's an emergency situation. We need to give them a lot of incentives for them to be willing to bring in. We have a lot of small modular refineries that have actually been built for AGO and the likes. The government needs to actually incentivize businesses, provide enough security for people to be willing to come and invest in the country. That will definitely boost revenue. And so security is one of the major challenges. We need to ensure that people feel safe to be able to bring in their money into the country, invest. And even though we don't necessarily have to guarantee crude supply, but the way it is, I believe that the government can partner with local producers and ensure that we have local off-takers, which will make it even easier for people to. We don't have to be thinking about shipping products out of the country. We have off-takers who are willing to come and invest in refining here in Nigeria. That way we'll be able to definitely meet local demand.
Now, talking about refineries, Mr. Dania, what are your hopes for the Port Harcourt and as well as Warri refineries, which the chairman, and that's the Senate Committee on Petroleum Downstream, in person of Ifeanyi Uba, has assured will be fully operational by the end of 2024? What are your hopes?
I've lost hope, because we definitely, last year we had same promises that by first quarter this year we'll definitely have those refineries working, and then they postponed to sometime in July and then August, and we're not hearing anything. Those refineries are moribund, as most of the consultants who have assessed those situations. I mean, members of the House of Representatives might have gone there on an excursion, so to say. They'll show them around and whatnot, but they don't know what's going on there. They need to actually sit down and discuss. I don't have any hope for those refineries. The plans that the NNPC has, to actually privatize them to whoever it is who's going to buy them, either as scrap or buy them and, to actually make them profitable. But I think clearly enough, we can see that the government has no business in running those refineries. The NNPCL that has also been privatized has not been able to make anything work. So they should just, take hands off of it and allow, refineries to go to the private sector. I believe that way we'll then be able to, and they should just, provide what government should do, regulation, provide probably access to crude oil, also security, and then focus on the major things that will allow the private players
All
be
right. I mean, by way
more
of
efficient.
advice, looking from the outside in now, we understand that the Minister of Petroleum Resources, and that's Henneken Lokobori, has advised that there is no need for panic buying as fuel will be made available by weekend. What are your thoughts or advice to Nigerians to navigate these very trying times?
Unfortunately, we are here already. So panic buying is not going to make any difference. However, people need this product, right? So it's a situation whereby it's not just for transportation. People do not have power at home, and most people rely on these little PMS generators to have, just the basic things at home: pump water, charge their phones, watch TV, just to relax. They have refrigerators, keep their food fresh, kind of thing. So, I mean, of course, the minister has to speak as a minister. He has to also give hope to the people. But evidently, I think at this point in time, everybody should also be able to reflect. Everybody should relax. They will prioritize on things that are necessary. It's Friday, of course, people want to visit family and friends. But if we know that the situation, if it's not very, very important, I believe that, it will be essential for people to kind of like relax a little bit, not be on the road. You don't have to stock up. We should believe the minister or trust them that there will be availability of petroleum products by the weekend. How that's going to happen, we don't know, because we hear that they owe a lot of the marketers quite a bit of money. But I'm sure that they've always said they had over 30 days worth of supply. So I'm sure maybe they can be able to pull out the rabbit from the hat. But yeah, technically everyone just needs to relax so that we do not get frustrated from the situation.
All right. Thank you so much for your thoughts on the news. Seun Dania, Energy Consultant. Many thanks indeed.
Thank you very much for having me.